Good evening, Americans, patriots, conservative, libtards, anybody who's out there watching right now. Today is April 16th, 2024. We got a wild show for you today. We got trans vampires. Mayorkas has no mechanisms to stop illegals from voting. And Dubai looks like an ocean right now after seeding the clouds. So we're going to get started with this vampire because I find it amusing. I don't know about you guys on here, but let me say a hello to my esteemed colleagues here since we have no names anymore. I don't know where they went, but up there they are. I forgot who they were. Below me, I have Scott.
What's up?
To his left, we got Devin.
What's going on?
To the top of him, we got Chris. And we're going to go ahead and bring up this monstrosity to the stage right here. It's our first guest. It's a transgender vampire. And there she is from Wisconsin. She's from Muskegon, apparently. He, she, whatever you want to call her. But I'm not going to leave that up there too long. Apparently, she likes to prey on disabled girls. Mentally disabled people. With cognitive decline, and she can cast demons into people because she's the devil. He, she, it, I don't care what you call it, but I'm gonna let you guys have some fun with this. I've had my fun. I'm gonna sit back and relax and listen.
Well, I always knew vampires existed. I just didn't know they were that ugly.
Creep me out. Do that again.
Oh, they're bad. Like, but this thing, dude, is just
Hey, look,
I'm sorry, man. I just can't, dude. That's
true
like
life sucker.
Look,
okay.
Behold.
Oh,
I want to touch on or go with maybe touch on his
Don't do it. She'll cast a demon in you.
Synonym. Let's talk about the whole. She can cast demons into people. I'm not a really religious person. I don't know how to expel a demon, but I say since it is a vampire and has demons, I say we try silver bullets. Let's give it a try. What do you say?
It wears many hats. It's Satan. It's a demon caster. It's a vampire. It's a man dressed as a girl. This person is putting overtime on many different levels, just straight up overtime. I mean, playing 4 different roles there. Who has the time?
So for those that don't,
who has the time for that?
For those that don't understand, so she apparently cast a demon into a man. A man that had the same kind of mental disabilities.
Yes.
That had the same young girl that she molested did. And he died. So she's being faced with homicide charges.
Well, let's just give him a little information. She cast a demon into him, and then the demon forced him, which was by Dale Thompson Moody 28, to stab himself in the chest with tongs, because everybody knows tongs are what's good.
That is they're really sharp.
I mean, they work well for this. After that was unsuccessful because tongs are not going to puncture anything.
No.
It decided that the demon was going to wrap a cord around his neck and pull the ends taut, choking himself to death. Now, no, she didn't do this. All right,
the demon did.
Hold on.
And his name is Adam Sabrina Hetke, 35.
I have don't ask me how I have this information, but I have information about what you just said. If any of us, crazy or otherwise, takes and wraps a cord around our neck and just pulls it ourselves, if we can hold that long enough till we black out, guess what happens? We let go of the thing,
wake up,
and then we start breathing.
He didn't do it. A demon did it. Come on, let's get our facts straight.
But I think when the man passes out, the demon passes out as well.
No,
I'm just throwing that out.
Demons don't need to breathe.
That's when demons wake up.
Yeah.
If somebody killed you that way, like you died that way, I'll be honest, I would never in 100 years guess it was a vampire who did it.
The worst one is the
poor
16-year-old girl that he assaulted. So he met this 16-year-old girl with cognitive disabilities. Okay, I'm not sure what the scope is or what the variance of her cognitive disabilities. I don't know if she was like full-blown autistic or just slow. So I'm not sure the scope of this. That's a minor, so there's not a lot of details. But he meets her at a gas station. goes to her nearby house, goes in and sexually assaults this girl while keeping a knife nearby and threatening to use it. But it's before she jumps out of a bedroom window. So I'm not sure who jumped out the bedroom window. I don't know if the disabled girl jumped out of a bedroom window
girl did.
or if the way it reads is went to a nearby home and allegedly sexually assaulted her while keeping a knife nearby and threatening to use it before she jumped out of a bedroom window. Not sure who jumped out the bedroom window, the disabled girl or this
crazy trans vampire.
This trans vampire.
The trans vampire did jump out the window. Did she turn into a bat afterwards?
All right. Did she fly away, or did she hit the? Did she hit the ground? Asking for help.
Look, don't you know, Devin? They don't turn into bats anymore. They are just really fast. They sparkle in the sunlight. Come on, get with the times, would you?
On, man.
That ruined vampires.
It did. He just twilighted us.
Yeah, that ruined.
I couldn't help it. I had to.
Ruined the show. Good job. Good job.
This vampire demon also goes by the name Morgan. Sorry.
Oh God.
Morgan.
What kind of name?
I am Morgan,
hold on.
destructor of realms.
I have a
souls.
I'm glad that little girl got away, though.
I have a question / suggestion. How about when we find these mentally disturbed people, like transgender vampire whatevers, we take them to a nice place where the people treat them nice and they get them some help and some medicine and put them in a really nice white padded room away from society so that they can't hurt themselves or anybody else. I'm just asking for a friend.
Are you talking about the mental hospitals?
Or Iran? No, just send them to Saudi Arabia or Iran. They'll deal with them.
But dude,
it'll be over quickly.
I could just say, if this
look, I mean, I said to try silver bullets, and you guys made fun of me, so I went with the padded room on that.
You know how much silver costs? Yeah, it's expensive.
This is if it helps solve a problem, I will throw in a couple bucks. Look, okay, I'll chip in.
This is endless entertainment, dude. What are you talking about?
I have a little imagination station for you. I want you to visit this in the head. Now, let's say this Hetke Morgan was the one that jumped out the window. Could you see him be like, I'm a vampire, and he jumps out the window and flaps his arm like he turned into a bat and just falls face first onto the ground?
Just hold on a second. If anybody who sees this, just here, look. I just need to bring it back one last time. Look at that.
Oh, shoot, Lord, dude.
Why?
It's
because it's so funny. I mean, that's what a vampire is.
The scariest
thing. That is pretty
scary,
scary, man.
I have seen some actual women that look like that late night at bars. You know what I mean?
I've seen them out and about.
The world is full of scary people and things. Okay, let's not pretend it doesn't.
All right,
not vampires though. Well, until now, I guess.
I told you the only ones I'm worried about are the ones that sparkle in the sunlight.
I'm just glad the 16-year-old got away and didn't, meet the same demise that the man did that she met up with. Mm-hmm. The thing that doesn't make any sense though is like, I thought vampires drank blood. Like she didn't even she whatever it is didn't even drink the blood of the man, did it? It doesn't say anything about that in there.
Demon summoning vampire. That's also the devil. I think it's true.
Tevin froze.
Yeah.
Hetke's there. Hetke's there. Look at it. That's the greatest face, dude. Isn't that awesome?
Hey, we got vampires. We got frozen Devons. I mean, who doesn't want to watch this show right now?
Yeah, I mean, this is so frozen. Should I remember? Oh, there he is, dude. You see that real fast?
He froze for a while.
He's like, I read yours real fast. All right, this just in. This just in. I'm just gonna throw this in there between our stories. Update. Huge cheers for Trump at Harlem Bodega. Massive crowd chants Trump, 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 and USA, USA, USA. Now, Harlem is a staunch supporter of Democrats. So this is
the hell you say?
No, I don't. There's not troubling times in my kingdom. These are prosperous times in my kingdom, other than Bidenomics, which makes me broke. But that's another story and another show. But I could actually Here, no, I don't know if I would call this huge. I mean, it's. Here's the old video. Here, we'll just play this for a second.
That's all right. But we do have the motorcade.
I guess there are people on both sides of the street.
A lot of cheers. Couple crowds here. Obviously,
you can see him lined up on the other side.
President Trump making his way in here.
Thank you, Right Side Broadcasting Network.
Obviously, it's crowds coming in as the president makes his way to New York here. We got the Secret Service popping out. And we're going to listen in as we're live here in Harlem for President Trump.
That is not the way an ex-president.
Let's let this play out. Let's listen in.
Right.
All right.
Motorcades.
Overwhelming crowd response with
that guy
USA
serious, doesn't he?
As President Trump makes his exit.
He doesn't know what's going to happen.
There he is. Now you know why he went to that bodega, right?
That's the guy who shot or stabbed that guy who was trying to rob him. Yeah.
Man, it really is a shame what they're doing to this guy.
What did you just say, Devin?
President Trump greeting the fans that have showed up at the Mexican food restaurant right next to this bodega, obviously chanting 4 more years.
All
right. It's
so
really
the reason doing the show right now. That's breaking live on It's Happening Now because it's happening now, and that's where you come to see this kind of stuff.
Please be less corny.
Well, the reason he went to that bodega though is because that bodega owner is being charged with murder because he was being robbed.
Yeah.
And he defended his establishment with a knife. You know what I mean? New York City, it's hard to get a gun unless you're a criminal. So he tried to defend he ended up killing the guy, but it was in self-defense and they're charging him with murder. So Trump said he was going to go there and he did, man of his word. He showed up.
All right. Are we guys ready to move on to our next story?
Sure.
All right. We're going to bring up the Mayorkas reveals no measures in place to block illegal aliens from registering and voting.
No.
And so we have it right there. Well, what Mayorkas says is that it's up to the state to make sure that they don't allow illegals to register to vote.
Yeah, he's definitely being on some bull crap.
But there's a lot of high numbers of registers in Florida, Texas, Pennsylvania, and Arizona without IDs. And the funny thing about it is Mayorkas used to sit on the I'm trying to find it. I'm not really sure. Okay, so referring to a disputed document purported to describe a non-government organization, RCM in Mexico, which encourages voting for Biden among illegal aliens. RCM bills itself as an operation which houses functions for Hebrew Immigrant Aid Society, HIAS, which helps illegal aliens enter the United States. Secretary Mayorkas is a former board member of HIAS, which received numerous grants from Soros Open Society Foundation over the years. They and this is one way that they do it. 1, cross the border illegally. 2, get arrested and get immigration court or asylum application paperwork. 3, use immigration court or asylum application paperwork to get a Florida driver's license, state ID per S322.OA or social security number. Sign up for Florida food or medical assistance using the same immigration court or asylum paperwork. The legal will then receive a solicitation to register to vote in the mail from the government because they signed up for assistance. Just fill out and mail in the voter registration application provided with the solicitation letter per interpretation of S97.058, a solicitation letter from the Department of Children and Family Service to a person that appears to be a non-citizen based on a public record search is attached. The Spanish version is what was mailed. Register to vote using your driver's license, social security number. If you have neither, just check the box for no idea. No one checks to see if you are a citizen. They just check to see if you check the box on the application saying you are a citizen. Vote. If you get caught, plead plausible deniability or entrapment because you were solicited by the government to register to vote. Evidence gone. So what do you guys think?
I think that it's just it's their plan this time instead of the whole COVID. They can't use that again. They know that won't work. You know, people aren't going to lock down again. I mean, some might, but they can't do that again. So this may be their plan to rig the election or whatever you want to call it this time around in 2024.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I agree they can't redo COVID. COVID's been done. Nobody's buying that crap. But no, this goes down a little bit of a rabbit hole. I've heard that they're working on a new one that is called Disease X, which is some sort of I forget if it's some sort of bird flu or swine flu variation.
Yeah,
they're trying to get to jump species. They claim that if they're successful, that it is 1,000 times more effective than COVID was as far as killing people, making people sick and killing them. You know, the fact that there's even whispers about something like this tells me there's some shred of truth to it. And it's unacceptable on every level. And why, you know, our government isn't trying to protect us from this, I have no idea. And it infuriates me, quite honestly, because a lot of innocent people will get hurt no matter what way this goes,
well,
you know.
Well, the way I see it,
I agree,
is Mayorkas worked on the board of this company. He knows how to manipulate the system. So this nonprofit organization that's passing out these flyers, if I had $1, you know what I mean, from everyone who thought this was just suspicious, I would have far less dollars than if I made a bet that Mayorkas told them to pass out this letter. You know what I mean? I could bet everybody that he's in on this. That didn't make much sense, but I had. So he directed this organization to pass out these flyers because he knows how to do it, how to cheat the system. And that's what they're going to do.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a good point there, Stuart.
Yes, it is.
Any way that they can create chaos. You're right. I mean, whether it be through cheating voters or a new disease or whatever they come up with, who knows? Starting World War III, you know, I mean, whatever it is.
There's going to be a black flag event.
You're right. Exactly.
Yeah, eventually. And it's probably going to be something really big.
And you're right with the next thing you put. Never let a crisis go to waste. You're right.
No,
they don't.
You never do.
Yep.
Ever.
I think that's in the Politician Handbook 101. Never let a crisis go to waste.
I just worry what's going to happen to
Black Swan season begins this summer.
I just worry what's going to happen to the immigrants when this all ends, because even if they're here and they did nothing wrong in a lot of ways, I feel like a lot of the blame is going to come down on them in ways that may not be, you know, healthy.
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
hopefully they just get sent back to wherever they came from. But
that's the best scenario.
That's the best scenario. You're right, but like, how many of them would be willing to leave after they made that venture to come up here? They were promised all these things. I mean, you've seen the article about the 1,300 migrants that are at New York's
City Hall,
because they were promised green cards and all that, and they're not. I'm trying to find an article. I'm sorry, but
that happened this morning. It was 130,000, I think.
No, it was only 1,300. Okay, hold on. I'll bring it up for you.
1,300. And yeah, it happened this morning. It was supposed to be just talking about like their experience. And
1,300 Africans illegals swarmed New York City Hall after they were falsely promised green cards. And I mean, if you want, I'll show this little video. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
What is going on here? What is really going on here? What's going on here? What are you?
And none of them had anything to say. None of them say anything. I just wanted to show a little bit of that to show, like, where are all those people going to go? They're not just going to leave. They came here. They were promised things. I mean, they uprooted their whole lives, came here because they were promised all these great things from the American government, more than likely, I would say.
Right.
And then what? They just go home? No, I don't think that's going to happen.
I mean, I agree, but any way you slice and dice this, it's not fair. I mean, either we ship them somewhere else, and that's not really fair to them because, like you said, they were probably promised. They were enticed. They say, somebody said, "Hey, come up here, we got you," so they did.
They go home.
But
I mean, how many of you have?
If they don't go home, then the American people suffer for it because it comes from our tax dollars and so on.
You're right, Scott. And
so it's not fair either way.
How many of you guys have ever been talking to one of your friends and they give you all these promises about this job they work out? Like, oh man, you should come over, man. It's great. Benefits are great. All this is that. You go there 3 weeks down the road, you're like, man, this job is trash.
Right.
Like,
no, I get
why did I come here? I regret this. I was promised all these things. And they just lie to you to get you over there. And
look, these people knew it's illegal to come here. They knew. I mean, I feel bad for any human, but it's not my job to take care of people.
I agree.
I can't take care of the world off my tax dollars. These people are getting more benefits than the American people. They're driving us into poverty to take care of people that have no business being here. Counting how many of them have raped women, killed women, killed men, punch people in the face, stab people, rob them. I mean, this is a nightmare for us, and it's our government perpetrating this crime against the people. The government that's solely sworn to protect the people and do business of the people, not business of Guatemala or Africa or anywhere else, but American business.
All right, well, check this out.
And they've been traitors for a while.
What's a solution you'd propose to integrate them, but also have them work for citizenship?
No.
I
mean,
go home.
How many kids now are growing up for no jobs?
All right.
You got one choice.
The solution, sorry, Devin, is send them back where they came from.
Yeah. You got one choice. You either follow orders and leave, or you'd be dealt with in the way that I guess they figure out. You only have one choice. That's your choice. Go home.
Huh? No, I was
what do you have to say?
I was just going to say, like, if the case comes down to them staying, I mean, what is the solution? I don't really think there is one. I mean, Springfield, Ohio had to go beg the government for help yesterday because we have a population of like 47,000 people here in Springfield.
Yep.
And they let 10,000 immigrants come into and flood into our city. And now they're begging the state for help. Right. And like I told you guys the other day, on the other video about, you go into the grocery store, stuff like that, and like you just can't find anything. It's because our city's not set up for an extra 10,000 people.
That's what I'm saying. The infrastructure in America is set up for that amount of people in that area. No area really influxes or defluxes that much. You might have a hot spot, a boom town. Stuart, he lives in South Carolina right now, I think in the Charleston area. That is, Is
I
it?
don't think it's Charleston, is
Isn't
it?
it Greenville?
Or Greenville,
Green-
somewhere
Yeah,
around there.
Greenville.
It's around the Charleston, Greenville area that
Right.
is exploding. You know what I mean? And they hurry up and they build and they build and they build. But there is not one city, medical, grocery, retail that's set up for 10 million influx. So I mean, just Springfield. You said you had 10,000 people move there, and you can't find food on the weekends at the grocery store.
Housing, you know what I mean? Housing and all that. I mean, it all comes into where we just can't take care of these people.
Yeah.
And that's what the government is asking us to do is to take care of them. We don't have the resources to take care of ourselves anymore, let alone everybody else.
Right. Right.
And it's, I don't know, dude. It's like having a 4-bedroom house and you have every room full because you got 3 kids and you and your wife,
and then people come in.
Well,
3 or 4 people come in, you don't have room for them.
Yeah.
Your refrigerator is not set up for them. Your hot water tank isn't set up for them. You know what I mean? Like it all boils down to we just don't have it to give.
Hospitals and areas are set up for a limited amount of people. The services are set up for a limited amount of people. The food chain is set up for a limited amount of people. And when you have overnight influx of people, the system collapses.
Yeah. The messed up part is they flooded them in the middle of the night, dude.
Yeah. Well, yeah, if you saw it happening,
well, we didn't even know. Like
it.
you started looking around, you started noticing something, but then the thing that brought it to everybody's attention was when that Haitian dude crashed into the Springfield City school bus, or not. It was the county school bus, and killed that kid. And then when the people started having questions, they was like, "Well, actually, we've been flooding them into your city in the middle of the night for God knows how long." On Greyhound buses.
I got an idea. I think it's a good one. All right. They owe us money now because they've been getting all this money for free. I think that they should all work on fixing our roads until they pay back the money that they owe us, and then we ship them back.
I don't know, dude.
I don't care about the money.
I don't either.
I do.
I am tired. I am tired of us being the ones that always have to step up and help everybody. If another country has a natural disaster, or if they're war stricken or anything, we're always the ones who have to step up and help them. But nobody ever steps up and helps us.
Look, it's not the people that cross the border.
They burn our fucking flags when we were attacked.
It's the politicians that brought them here that owe me the money. They can give me their pay and just pay their entire check into taxes for the next 5, 6, 7 years because they brought.
No, I want them out. I want those.
I'm saying
they never came.
They owe us money. I said the politicians.
Well, not just the immigrants. I'm saying the politicians. I want them out as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The politicians that did all this, they need out of office. They shouldn't be allowed to ever run again. They need to go.
Well, you know why those roads are that bad down there, Stuart, is because the influx of people in that area. It's not designed for that. And so it just tears everything up. I mean, I've noticed from last year to this year, the influx of traffic. And if you look into the cars, a lot of them are foreigners that are driving around. I mean, I see it constantly. And there's so much traffic on 75. It's pathetic.
The messed up part on that one, too, is you look over there and you see them driving Mercedes-Benz and BMWs and stuff. Yeah. It's like, man, I can't even afford one of those.
No, I know. It's like they're just all happy. They're just all, yep, this is what I get because I get $8,000 a month and don't pay for houses and don't pay for this and don't pay for that. And it's ridiculous. It is.
I agree with you somewhat. That's not what I'm really saying. I just get tired of taking care of everybody else, Stuart. But yeah, we need to pull away from the world for about 2 to 3 years.
We talked about Dubai flooding. I just want to bring up this video. We're running out of time. We only got like 20 seconds just to let the people see what it looks like. Let me play. This is Dubai International Airport. I'm not sure if that plane's going to go try taking off in a foot of water, but I don't think that's going to work very good. I feel like the landing gear would rip off, but yeah, that's the Dubai International Airport right now. So I'm not 100% sure what's going on there. But with that, we're at three. Go ahead. No, go ahead. We're at the. You got one thing to add?
I didn't hear what you said. I was just going to add that it was 24 hours after they cloud seeded.
Yeah.
So that may have something to do with it.
This is the end of our show. We're at 30 minutes, 34 seconds. Anybody got anything to say other than like, subscribe, share, ring that mofo bell?
Have a good night, y'all.
Yep. Come back, see us tomorrow.
Yep, we'll be back here tomorrow. Have a good evening. Enjoy.
Now roll that clip.
Roll that clip. Roll that beautiful bean footage.